12 years ago, just weeks after Scud missiles rained down on Israel and our troops defeated Iraq, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Colin Powell, stood here at this podium. His message that day was the same one he would deliver 10 years later as Secretary of State and the first member of the George W. Bush administration to speak to AIPAC. He said, "Let there be no question that America will stand by Israel today, and let there be no question that America will stand by Israel in the future." Mr. Secretary, you have kept your word, and for that we thank you. In recent months, Secretary Powell has played a critical role at the United Nations, working tirelessly to make the case that the Iraqi regime must be disarmed of its weapons of mass destruction. For this, Mr. Secretary, again, we thank you. And while some have leveled the libelous claim that the Jewish community is to blame for America's war, you responded quickly and directly, refuting these fictitious allegations and once again laying out the case for the administration's policy. Throughout your career, Mr. Secretary, you've worked hard to strengthen the close ties between our nation and Israel, and to ensure that our closest ally has the means to defend itself. Your efforts in helping Israel secure emergency loan guarantees and additional military aid is only the latest example of your commitment. In the aftermath of the war in Iraq, the United States will make an effort to advance the diplomatic process between Israel and the Palestinians. We know that some in Europe and the Arab world would like to drive a wedge between the United States and Israel as the process moves forward. However, we're confident that you will remain committed to working closely with the leadership of Israel and standing strongly by our ally. Mr. Secretary, we look forward to working with you to implement the President's vision calling for an end to terror and a resumption of negotiations, ensuring that Israel remains secure and that both the Israelis and Palestinians have hope that a true peace can be attained. During these challenging days, we share America's pride in having you as our Secretary of State. Your life story serves as an inspiration to us all. The child of immigrants who came to America seeking a better life and settling in the South Bronx, where we know that you picked up more than your share of Yiddish. So there you've been, the young student at City College of New York and George Washington University, the proud the proud soldier rising through the ranks to become a four-star general and then chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And today, the top diplomat of the greatest country on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a true friend of the U.S.-Israel relationship, Secretary of State Colin Powell. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you. Oy, what a welcome. My God. I've been milking that Yiddish kid from the Bronx thing for years. I can't tell you. Got so intense that once when I was President Reagan's national security advisor some 15 years ago, I went and I visited with the Prime Minister, and we went into his office. We were all alone. Nobody knew what we were doing in there. I had a private message from Reagan, and I came out, and the word went forth from the Prime Minister's outer office. The whole conversation was in Yiddish.